Hello, my criminal justice enthusiast, and welcome back to Prison Architect. In the last episode, we went ahead and set up the kennel and the armory, as well as the classroom. And we started expanding so that we can fully fit the canteen in that we're going to need for all the prisoners that we will have. So in this episode, we're going to go ahead and continue. Hopefully, I think we're going to build the workshop in this episode, and then we'll see about adding some more prisoner cells. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump back into the game. Alright, so they have gone ahead and put enough crates in here so the dogs can sleep. I'm going to want some more dog handlers. So that's the thing that I want to take care of right away. Because I'm going to want dog patrols all over this place. Alright, with that in mind, let's go to the patrols. We have this patrol set up there, so we can have a dog there. We have 2 dogs on patrol around the facility. And then we're going to go ahead and have dog patrols through these cell areas as well. So once this area comes online and we can knock down some of these walls, we will go ahead and do that, and then we can have sort of a circular route going on with the dogs. So that'll be a good thing. Alright. And one of the dogs already paid off by finding some poison on somebody. It's the exact reason I like having dog patrols over just the standard guard patrols. The armed guards are sort of useless as far as I'm concerned unless I've got a riot going on, because I really don't want them shooting all of my prisoners or such. So, we're not going to have them doing too much at all. I don't feel like firing them though. They didn't do anything wrong. They were required for one of the grants that I was completing, so we'll just go ahead and leave them where they are and just go ahead and deal with the cost of having them on board. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and extend this canteen area to be this area here. Good. So that way we've got plenty of canteen space for the amount of prisoners that we're going to have in. Then we're going to do another patrol here. It's going to go from here to here. And again, we're going to assign a dog handler to it. Alright. So we've got some dog patrols going on. That's a good thing. We have a little bit of money, so let's go ahead and work on the workshop as the next thing in line here. So we're going to name this area workshop when I can find it. Workshop. Good. Alright. So we're going to need a door, obviously, into the area. That's going to be one of the priorities. You can't exactly have a workshop if you can't get into it. So let's go ahead and put the door down in this corner for the most part. So that way goods can be taken over to the area to be sold as quickly as possible. And then we will need presses and we will need saws and such. So let's plan this out a little bit. I know that the workshop wood tables are like this, I believe. So we'll put those along this wall here. Then we'll probably have tables that go along this wall here. The tables are 4 across, so we won't be able to put all the way across. We could put tables like that. Then we could put a saw there, saw there, saw there. And then we could do some presses and saws in these areas here. Yeah, this is the way we'll do it, just like this. And actually, with the amount of power that this thing is going to take up here, I'm thinking I'm going to need another generator specifically for it. So we might go ahead and build another generator room here, and then just run the power along the outside of the building over here, something of that nature. See where our power is going. Yeah, we can build another generator there and just have it run on the outside of the area to get over to there. All right, so let's go ahead and plan out a generator room. It's going to take up most of this area. We'll call it good enough that it fills this space. Maybe do it like this. Yeah, we could, in theory, expand the classroom one if we wanted to. All right, so let's go ahead and put this in. So we will need foundations here. We're going to build it in brick, just like that. So we'll go ahead and build that out. Let's go ahead and put a staff door here. And then we will go ahead and buy one of each of the objects for right now. Well, we can buy 2 tables because we'll need the tables definitely for this room. And then also for this room we will need oh, there are actually 3 across. That changes everything. Alright. Was I right about the carpentry tables? Yes, I was right about the carpentry tables. So we'll put 1 carpentry table in. Let's get rid of all this planning, because we're actually going to need 6 across. Or 3, 3. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Alright, so that'll be the plan for the room then. Let's go ahead and put 1 of each in. We'll put the presses along that wall and the saws in the middle, because the saws can do both jobs. Alright, so that's taking up that space there. And we're going to put another power station out here, which is going to blow the rest of our money pretty much. But we will need it. Then let's actually go ahead and hook up these utilities. Want to make sure our power lines are not touching, because if the power lines touch, then you will have a short in the system. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure they don't touch. We can come right up here, go along this wall. What we'll do is have it run right down the center of this room. We'll put connections in there as need be, and that should connect everything up. Alright. Then we will also need some lights in this room. And something else I have completely not thought about until this point is we do need some security sensors in here. Metal detectors. They cost $1,000, which I don't have right now. But we are going to definitely need them. Alright, let's go ahead and shake this place down while everybody's sleeping. We're sort of at a standstill right now until we go ahead and get some money in. We'll be able to go ahead and have workshops starting here, which is a good thing. Alright, so we'll do a workshop safety induction, and then later we'll do a carpentry apprenticeship once we have the capabilities for it. Also, we need to start putting people into jobs. So let's go ahead, have 3 prisoners assisting in the kitchen, and then the majority of the prisoners we will want in here doing those jobs. We don't even have the money for the wall to be built in front of this. So for right now, the entire room is just a room for our power generator. That's fine. You know, I almost do wonder if I could have put the power generator in here. 3 by 3. I could pause what you're doing, guys. You know what? Change of plans. We are going to take out all of this utility that we're putting in here. We're going to squeak it in over here instead. So actually, you're going to have to dismantle this utility, dismantle this utility, dismantle that. Go ahead and dismantle that. We'll dismantle that. And then we're going to actually dismantle this. We're going to keep it, and we're going to go ahead and put it in over here. Because then with the planning, what I can do is I could put in a few power cells if I need to for either of these generators. So let's go ahead and do things that way. It is going to take some time and such, but it'll be worth it in the long run. And that way I can make this into the church or whatever, so that way I can have the spiritual guidance getting prisoners taken care of that way as well. Alright. Do you want all that wiring still run? Up here, don't exactly need the wiring to run as high up, but we can dismantle that one easy enough at a point in time. They've gone ahead and packed up that generator that I've purchased. So let's go ahead and put it right down here, squeeze it in along that wall. That way we're not wasting room. And actually what we're going to do with it as well is we're going to go ahead and dismantle this one. You know, I think we should be fine. I think it'll be fine that way. If I have to, I'll dismantle this one and move it up by one. Okay, so the taser rollout has started and it's costing me money I don't have, but now my guards do have the ability to taser people when they need to, which to me is a win. I'm willing to spend the money on it, so that's okay. I really do need to get some more prisoners in here. Hopefully we can do that in the near future as well. And the other thing I'm going to want to do is at this back area here, I'm going to set up walkways for the guards to walk around here. But then the rest of this back area, I'm probably going to put in some trees and such. So that way we go ahead and start having a forestry area, start making a profit off of it. Alright, so we've served the low quality meal for almost a full day. They're going to be mad about it. I want that over as quickly as I can, really before I even start getting any more prisoners in, because it's just going to cause problems. It really is. Alright, I don't need all of these lights, I realize here now. So let's go ahead and take out... Let's just go ahead and dismantle, dismantle, dismantle. And we will go ahead and relocate these lights to make them more efficient. Especially with being out of money, want to save money as best I can. And that involves efficiently using the things that I do have, including my lights. So we're teaching our prisoners how to cook. That's a good thing, so that way we can have them helping out in there. We will have the teacher teaching them how to use this stuff in here, even though we don't have the power hooked up to the stuff yet, so that's a task we need to get done in order to go ahead and have them doing what we need them to be doing. Alright, I do have this extra wiring, so that's good news. Go ahead and cut that piece out. Fill in the blanks here. Actually, we're going to go ahead and do... We're going to do this right through the wall, which is going to be really hard for the workers to do, I would think. But hopefully it will get us the power without touching either of these generators or their wires, so that way we don't have any issues with that. Alright. We did have an early prisoner release, so we actually are back in the green. We actually have profit. So that is good news. Let's go ahead and dismantle that light. Then we can relocate lights so that they're more efficient. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right there. I think that's good enough. 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Put that there, 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 there. Good. You know, I also want a dog over patrolling this area here. That way I can just ensure that we don't have any drugs or anything of that nature being brought in. Let's go ahead and do this, like, actually I think I can make it go in one and it'll still be fine. So, and assign one of the dog handlers to that. Got a bunch of dogs sleeping, that's okay, I'm fine with that. We're getting the lights in for that facility, so that's all good. Things are moving along nicely here. It's taking a little while because we have to wait on money to a point. They are putting in this power station though, so now we have the power in. We just need to get the lines completed to get it over to this area. And then as far as logistics, we don't have any qualified prisoners yet, possibly because of the fact that we only have the one table and such, and we don't have any power running to it. Hopefully that will change here in the near future. As far as flooring, paving stone costs me 10 and it's fast. I really prefer, ooh, the stone only costs me 10 as well, and it looks better. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to have stone that comes from here to there. And even with it being as cheap as it is, I really still can't afford it. But we will get that taken care of as soon as we can. As I said, right now it's just a matter of getting money in. Do we have anybody for parole? Parole is always a good thing. Hey, we have some people it looks like might be up for parole. So hopefully those go well. We can get a little bit extra money in that way. We are getting one more minimum security prisoner in 18 hours, so that's a good thing. We're almost through the, well, we're through the halfway point of the hardest portion of this, which is, you know, waiting for people to starve basically for 2 days. And hopefully with the workshop we can start getting people through the workshop once we get the power set up to that, um, the workshop table and such. Alright, so we got power to there. We need to put that piece of power cable in. We've got most of it over here set up, so So it's just a matter of getting this last little bit done over here. Let's go ahead and speed up time. We don't have much we're doing right now, so let's go ahead and do that. And we can see the prison hostility is fairly high because of the fact that people are starving. I can't really blame them for that. I wouldn't be happy with that either. Alright, so we do have power running to our table and such now, so that's good news. One of the things I really do need is I need to get a metal detector in there. Um, so that way we don't have prisoners stealing stuff from the shop. For right now, is that one of my priorities? I think it is. I really don't want people being able to just steal stuff from the workshop and take it out into the rest of the prison. Hey, we had somebody released on parole. That's great news for us. So we can get the metal detector in there. We're going to need to power that metal detector. Which we'll do just like that. And then we still have some extra money here. So we can go ahead and put in a couple more. We can put in another saw. And we can put in another press. Good. So we're back to being broke, but we have those things in place. So we can hopefully start getting people through that area. As far as the flooring goes, it's hard to tell at night. Really hard to tell at night. Really, I think the thing I'm going to do, which is going to make me fairly poor when I do it here. Alright, I need to plan this real fast to ensure that I'm doing this correctly. So, we have the pathway comes here, goes out to there, and goes down like this. Let me see how this patrol looks. Alright, so it doesn't come up to there. And we need more power to this generator in order to make it work. And these are going to cost us $1,000 each. Alright. Do I have any capacitors on that one? I do not have any capacitors on that one. Can I steal from this one for right now in order to put it over to this one? Hopefully the answer is yes. And it won't cost me too badly. Alright, so back to the patrols here. So that actually went up too high. So we're going to do it like this. Alright. So, rooms wise, forestry. I want it to be just this back side of the building here. Let's actually go ahead and do this number so that way we can put a fence around that area as well. Alright, so we're actually going to go in one. We'll do a fence around this forestry area. So it'll be this whole area here. Do we have some staff doors to get out here? We don't really. I could afford some staff doors to get out here. I don't think that's a huge priority. I'm just not going to worry about that for right now. Alright, we have dismantled that one power cell, so we can go ahead and put it over on this side, and hopefully that power cell will be enough. Whoops. Hopefully that power cell will be enough in order to power this station again. Because if not, building this whole thing here was sort of useless. How's our power doing? We're still good on this side. So you know what? I might take 2 of these just to make sure that I have enough power for my workshop overall. Alright, we're having trees starting to pop up there, which is a good thing. And we'll, as I said, fence this area off in a bit to ensure that we don't have people that shouldn't be out in the patrol areas out there. Alright. We are going to need this power to come down into this area here. Wonder if that'll be enough, or if I'll have to extend it further. We'll have to see on that. Alright, we can put staff doors out there, which I will want at a point in time because I'm going to want them to get the trees and stuff taken care of. So go ahead and build some staff doors there. Where is this installation at? Alright. He's taking out that other one, so as soon as he's done taking out that capacitor, we can go ahead and have him put it over here. Alright, so he has put it over there. Let's go ahead and make that a priority as well. Hopefully this will be enough power to get us up and running with the workshop. Alright, so that was enough power for us. This one's still at a low enough area, so we're good with that. Let's go ahead and switch this on. Okay, so that did cause that to spike. Let's go ahead and take that capacitor off of there, put it over onto this one. Even if I decide to move it over some, right here will be fine for that capacitor. So let's go ahead and put that capacitor onto that one and see if that gives us enough power over there. The workshop has enough power, so we're good with how that is. It's sleep time. It's almost 6 a.m. I probably should have done a shakedown there, but I didn't. That's my mistake. Alright, so these trees are starting to grow. And as I said, the entire purpose of this is we will then sell those trees through our exports area in order to make more money. So that'll be a good thing. We definitely want that to happen. What things do we have over here? We have solitary doors. We have a bed. Oh, so it's basically the stuff that we had taken out of those solitary cells for right now. Alright, so we had a reform program start, and we had the tree cost come in, which I knew was going to be a thing, but that's okay. As I said, the profit from having the forest will be worth it in the long run. Alright, can somebody install this already? Installation in progress. You are taking forever to do this. Hopefully one is enough to set up the electrocution chamber. Otherwise, I'm going to have to spend more money in order to get my death row sufficient to fry somebody whenever they come in. Alright, so let's switch that back on. And then let's try this again. That was not enough power. Alright. Let's leave it switched on for right now. And we will have to deal with it. Switch this off. So we will have to deal with bringing in more capacitors, probably when we get an actual death row inmate in. We got a few more guards that passed the taser training class, so that worked out badly in a way for us. Alright. We need money. We need money badly. So, we're going to go ahead and fast forward some. Get those prisoners coming in. Hopefully this guy is learning how to actually work in this workshop, so that way we might actually have him start working for us. Did we have logistics? No, we still have nobody who has actually passed this class. Great. And it's probably because of the fact that they're hungry when they're going to class because of the poor quality of food we're serving them. So that'll change here in a moment, which will also ease the temperature in our prison, which will also be a good thing for us. So let's go ahead and dismantle this door while we have some time here. Demolish these walls. And we're going to go ahead and plan this prison a little bit more. We know we're going to do one, two, three. So the wall will be here, one, two, three. That's going to be sort of a corner of this wall. This is going to come down like this. So there actually will not be wall there. And then this will go over. Oh, wait a second. Actually, it will come up to here. And then this little piece of wall will be gone. This will be the church that will go in there. And so this is our room for more prisoner cells. Hopefully it's going to be enough to get to our 100 that we need. We have gotten up to where we're in the positive again, which is a good thing. So with that positive money, how much would just building a specific cell cost? I could build one more cell with the money I have. How much is it going to cost? Let's see. Planning of this area is 4 off. So that's what I would need, and then I'm going to need like one extra at least for a walkway for them to load the prisoners into their cells, which is going to be 2,600. Alright, so it's going to take a little bit of time for that, but that's alright. I'm willing to be patient on it. For right now, let's plan out this church here. Alright, so these are 4 across. Can't do 2 of them because of the size of the room. We don't need the full room then. Let's go ahead and do 4 across. Could have this be a walkway to the outside, possibly. We'll see. See how that works out. We know that we have to do 4 across. We don't have a choice in that. That's the size of the pews. Unless I am completely wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's how big one of the pews is. Let's see here. Yes, it's 4 across. And then the altar is 3 across, which is really awkward. You know what I might try is... Could I do 4 across this way? Yes, I could do 4 across in both of those directions if I wanted to. I could even have a space here at the edge. So, do it like this. Nice big church. Perfect. Alright. So, we're going to go ahead and build a brick wall here. We're going to go ahead and put a light. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, right there. That'll probably cover down there. We'll see how that goes. I hate when I have divots in the floor, so we're going to go ahead and put that in. We need a door on this room. We'll put it right here. And then we're going to name this room the chapel. And then for the chapel, we are going to need to put in the things that the chapel needs, such as an altar. And I cannot afford an altar right now. So we're going to have to wait on the altar for a little bit. Alright. So in large part, this episode has been waiting for finances to come through. Alright. We can afford the altar. I want to put the altar in. And with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. It's been, as I said, a very slow episode as we've basically just planned out rooms and had to wait for money to come in, but we've gotten some of the things taken care of here. So, with that, if you liked the episode, go ahead and click that like button. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so that way you know when I produce other videos in the future.
Thank you for watching, and remember, behave yourselves out there. Otherwise, I may have to create a new cell for you.